Relax, Mr. Block. We'll get to you in due course.
Damn him.
Are you accusing my client of drug trafficking?
I'm just asking a question. Go on, Mr. Block.
I don't tolerate factions and teams I work with. If you've got something to say, you share it with the rest of us.
Oh, then I will. What's wrong?
I've had a call from the bank.
So we're £500,000 down. Oh, so it's my fault now, is it? I've pretty much had enough, Scott. Dig, dig, dig.
Go on, Mickey, go home if you can't say your fare.
Michael, leave it. It's not worth it, mate.
Dawson's out to ruin me, you know. What the hell am I going to do?
With Aston Villa have had an easier away victory for a long time. Goals from Dublin and Joachim mean this game was settled a long time ago. And there's a full-time whistle. Harchester will have to play a whole lot better in 5 days' time when Rangers come here in the UEFA Cup. David James was in trouble today. And just listen to the boos of discontent ringing around this stadium.
That's like a good crap, wasn't it?
Just shut it, Scott, all right?
I mean, how am I supposed to get any goals out there if I don't get any help? I'm sick and tired of playing alongside a donkey.
Will you just lay off from Scott, please, for once?
So how's he supposed to get any better if he don't get any constructive criticism? The boy couldn't even finish a dinner out there, could he?
Yep, couldn't finish a good dinner.
Oh, Ed, thanks for your contribution, mate. And you? You couldn't have defended your honour, could you?
That is enough. I'm sick of your moaning. I've had it all afternoon on the pitch and I don't have to take it anymore. I'm going back out to warm down.
No, Michael, wait. We don't run away from this. Nobody leaves. We sort this out right now, right here.
Jimmy.
Jerry, there you are. Unlucky.
Yeah, well, you win some, lose some, don't you? Is Marilyn Harwood looking after you?
I haven't seen her.
Haven't you? Will you excuse us a minute, please? I suppose she slipped out and make a couple of phone calls. You know, it's busy with the Rangers match next week. Now, you are bringing your dreaming people down, aren't you?
I'm not sure. You know they have some concerns.
Yeah. I can assure you we are aware of that. Do you know they've frozen our second payment? £500,000 should have been in our bank on Friday.
That's what I'm here to talk about. If this sponsorship goes pear-shaped, as their agent, I lose too.
Yeah. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a couple of drinks and discuss it, yeah? Kelly, darling, can you get a bottle of champagne for Mr. Sanders and myself and get hold of Marilyn Harwood, would you? Tell her to call me.
Ray, do you want to say something before we start?
Okay, lads. Today we've got a chance to get a positive out of a negative. We've all got to be honest about what's going wrong.
Michael, you are the captain. We start with you.
Look, do we really need more of this bloodletting? We need to get everyone's problems out in the open. We can't pretend they're not there.
But I don't agree with this. You know what'll happen? Everyone will slag everyone else off until we're even more depressed. What we need is something that will lift us, not drag us even further down.
Have you heard the lance in the boil?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing. Getting all the infection out. And that's what we need to do if we're going to heal this team.
Well, look, if he's not going to say anything, I will, yeah?
No, you will not. Michael is my captain. We will hear from you later. Michael, go on. Tell us everything you think is wrong. There is nothing you cannot say. Nothing will go outside this room.
Thanks for coming, Marilyn. I just needed to speak to you while Jerry was otherwise occupied. Thank you. About what? Oh, I don't know. I just feel guilty. I mean, now that we know it was a professional hitman and that I might have been the target, what about John? What about his poor family?
Linda, it wasn't your fault. Anyone could have got in the way of that bullet. Luis was on the pitch with you, wasn't he?
Oh, this is horrible.
Somehow I get the feeling that you feeling guilty isn't the entire reason I'm here, is it? I mean, there's something else.
Well, yes, there is, actually. I've been thinking about what D.I. Dawson said about Jerry knowing the killer and everything.
And?
And I was wondering whether you also might know something.
Right, well, basically, there's no respect. Not for each other, certainly not for me as captain.
You have to earn respect.
For what you say? You're saying I'm not up to it?
No.
No, but it's what you think, though. I know I'm his choice, but I wouldn't have been yours. I mean, yeah, if I'm going to be honest, you're part of my problem. I mean, ever since you come here, you've been on my back, finding fault. And they know it. I mean, if a coach isn't going to back his captain, how's his team supposed to?
Fair point.
It's their door maker. Yeah. Okay, Eddie, why don't you speak next?
Lee?
Okay, I'll just find out for you.
Kelly, where is she?
I think she left a while ago. Look, they've tried phoning her, but the mobile's switched off, and Mr. Brock, the reporters are getting restless.
So the football writers are revolting, so tell me what's new.
Look, they're wondering when Luis is coming to do his post-match press conference.
Sorry, would you excuse me? Right, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you all to go back to the press room, please? Now, I'll tell you what, this lovely young lady here will put a bottle of scotch in the room for you and go and fetch Luis, all right? Off you go. Thank you very much. Thank you. Listen, Zena, get down to the dressing room and remind Luis about the press conference, will you? Okay, come on. Jimmy, I am so sorry. I promise you we'll get down to business now.
Well, I think...
Well, that must hurt. Let him speak, Billy. We've all got a right to say what we think.
Go on, Eddie.
I just think the shape and the balance of the team's all wrong.
How?
Well, the three of you, Wes, you, Scott, you just take each other's spaces. You're all trying to play down the middle. No one's pulling wide. Yeah, and you need more supply from the wings. Someone to whip a ball in. To be honest, boss?
Yes?
Well, I think I deserve a chance.
He's got a point, Gaffer.
Oh, yeah, and wire on it.
Go on.
Well, I think Scott should be captain.
Don't gild the lily, son.
No, I mean it. The captain deserves respect. And all the lads, well, they respect Scott's ability, yeah?
It's £500,000, Jimmy. Dreaming can't withhold it. We've got a contract.
If we're going to talk about contracts, look at the clause about bringing the brand into disrepute.
How have we brought the brand into disrepute?
Oh, come on, pal. Mr. Yashimoto is sitting in a hotel room in Joburg, and suddenly, on the international news, there's his computer's been carted out of your offices by the police, who are supposedly investigating your involvement in a drugs cartel.
Now, that was libelous, Jimmy, and I intend to sue.
But in the meantime, his brand has been damaged by association.
No, yes!
The press conference. Luis says he's busy.
I tell you, Jimmy, if you want something done in this place, you've got to do it yourself. I'm so sorry, excuse me.
Tell me what you know that I don't.
If you mean do I know who would hate Jerry enough to shoot you, then honestly, I don't.
Yeah, but something's wrong, isn't it? And something serious. Come on, Marilyn. Why are you and Jerry always whispering in corners after every game? Why can't my husband sleep anymore? Why is he pacing the floor night after night?
I'm sorry, Linda, you're going to have to ask him.
Look, can we just pack this in and go home?
No.
Well, what's the point? I mean, we've been here for like an hour. No one said a thing. No one's got a bottle, to be honest.
So why don't you? You've normally got plenty to say for yourself.
All right, then. First off, he is not up for it. All right, you're trying all these little combinations, playing us up front for his little weaknesses. All right, it's not working. Okay, look at him. He looks like Frank Bruno. And he probably punches like Frank Spencer, doesn't he? And then we've got Mickey the Mouse over here.
What is it now?
Well, you're supposed to give some kind of leadership to us, aren't you? You couldn't lead sheep, could you? Actually, you'd know about that, wouldn't you? Being a farmer.
All right, Scott, not too far.
Now let him speak. Let's get it all out in the open.
Last week, we lost at Middlesbrough. What did the captain have to say for it? Eh? Well, it's been a bad day at the office. I mean, what kind of talk is that? You boffin boy. This is blue-collar work, mate. I'm sorry, but there's some people in this room who don't seem to know what, like, a man's job is.
Well, that's me, is it?
Yeah, amongst others, amongst others. I mean, you gifted the Rangers game up in Glasgow, didn't you? And you did the same with the Villa game today. All right, OK, once, yeah? That's unlucky. I'll give you that, all right? But all the time, that is unacceptable.
Defence starts up front. Do you remember being taught that, Scott?
Yeah, and isn't it funny how scoring doesn't start at the back? It was me who scored the goal in Amsterdam that got us here.
That's what it all comes down to, isn't it? Personal glory, sod the team.
Yeah, well, if everyone played like I do, maybe there'd be some belief in the team. Do you know what the problem with this team is? Do you really want to know why this team is falling apart? Take a look at yourself in the mirror, English teacher.
Micah, do it, Mike! Micah, do it, Mike!
What the hell is going on? Well, thank you very much, everyone. That's exactly what this club needs at the moment. I've got the sponsors on my back, I've got the police, I've got the sweet FA. Does anybody else want to climb on? Now the press have photographic evidence of a football club in turmoil. Now I suggest to you that you pop upstairs and talk to the press, try and defuse the situation.
We are talking through the problems of the team, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, well, that's terrific. Now, can you just remember that we are playing Rangers on Thursday? Do you think you've got enough time to fit everything in?
I think we will sort some things out by then.
Oh, I hope so, Luis. I do hope so.
Some things are better kept between the players.
Well, let's start with the ball, shall we?
Now, if you will excuse us, Mr. Chairman.
I'm not hiding anything that would put your life at risk. I promise you I wouldn't do that. And if I thought Jerry was involved in anything criminal, then I would resign. Look, Linda, if someone is trying to kill you, I don't think it has anything to do with his businesses. It must be something personal. Nobody's targeted Jerry's private life before, have they? So I assumed that, well, I mean, if he's upset someone that much, then maybe, well, you know.
You're suggesting that someone's taken revenge for an affair my husband may have had. Well, affairs aren't really Jerry's thing, you should know that. When he strays, he tends to go for one-night stands. Takeaways, he calls them.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned it.
No, it's okay. I always assumed you knew Jerry's faults almost as well as I did. That's why I never suspected you in him. Not his style.
But you must admit it, Linda. A hitman. Sounds like a crime of passion. The revenge of a jealous husband.
I've got a press lounge full of hacks up there, and if I don't say something, they're just going to print even more rubbish.
We're on the same side, Jerry. If Dreamink drop Harchester United, you lose your $1 million a year, I lose my 50 grand. But I've got to be honest with you, pal. You're going to have to do something to reassure them, and you're going to have to do it fast.
Okay, listen, you get Yashimoto to the Rangers game. Now, I know he's in London next Wednesday. I'll send the jet, lay out the red carpet. You and me will win the day.
Only a thumping great win and a third-round UEFA place is going to do that, Jerry. Yashimoto doesn't like losers.
So what about you, Wes? You've been quiet while all this flack's been flying.
Come on, are you going to say something or what?
All right, okay. You know, I just, well, no excuses or nothing, but, you know, I've come from a small club, and I've been thrown in at the deep end, and I just thought I need a little bit of time to swim, that's all.
You should come to the Premiership with all the strokes, mate. So we can't go around giving out life belts all the time.
Scott, do me a favour, leave the lad alone. You worked hard today, you know that.
He worked hard. Listen, a cart horse can work hard.
Mate, don't just sit there and take this, right? He is chipping away at your confidence, yeah? We all know what you can do and the pace that you've got. I mean, you just got to be able to take that out on the field, do you know what I mean?
Okay, thank you, Billy. Wes, would you like to say something else?
Yeah. Yeah, I would. I just think that the team needs more time to gel, you know? Like after all the turmoil around here. We need to stop being two teams. I don't know. Just be kinder to ourselves.
I'm so sorry to have kept you waiting, ladies and gentlemen, but Luis asked me to step in because he's got very important business with the team at the moment, and I'm very happy to oblige him. Sit down, please. Right. Questions? Yes?
So can we say there's a lock-in in the dressing room, can we?
No, I can assure you there is no dispute in the dressing room. In fact, I've just come from there right now, and I can tell you that they are grasping these problems by the throat.
Are you concerned that with the UEFA Cup match against Rangers coming up that you're not scoring goals?
Well, I agree there is an area of concern there, but I'm quite satisfied that Luis Amor Rodriguez will rectify the issue and that Scott Lucas will give of his best come the glorious day. Yes, please.
Mr. Block, since we have you here, I wonder if we could ask you about the progress of the police investigation.
No, I'm only answering questions on footballing matters today. Thank you very much.
Yes, but surely the police seizing files from your offices recently relates very much to matters concerning this football club.
I don't see why.
There are also rumours that Block Industries have been linked to drug trafficking.
Just a minute.
And that your sponsors are unhappy with the publicity and threatening to pull out. Any comments on that?
That's enough. If you persist with this innuendo, you and your organisation will face legal action. Do I make myself clear? I find this tacky intrusion into non-footballing matters at such a sensitive time an utter disgrace. Crying out loud, this club is still grieving.
Right, we done then?
One second, Billy ain't said much.
You're right. Sorry, Billy.
Go for it, young William.
No, Scott, don't call me William because it annoys me just like yourself, mate.
All right, calm down, eh? Calm down.
Oh, I see. That's why you got kicked out of Anfield, isn't it? Because you got no respect for Liverpool.
At least I've got to play for him.
Well, I'm just going to ignore that because we haven't got time for another slanging match. Because we're supposed to be talking about how we're going to get back to being a team, not just a bunch of individuals.
Individuals win matches.
No, they don't. Not without the help of others, they don't. That's one of the first things I learned in the youth team. And you know what? We don't need players coming to this club thinking that they're big time. All right? Right, let's think about the good teams, right? We've got Man United and Arsenal. We've got talent. They work hard. They work for each other. Yeah? And we're not in their league, bruv.
We are, actually, Eddie. Go on, Billy.
Right. Look, if we're going to compete with these teams, right, we need to move as a unit. We need to defend together and attack together. We don't need strikers blaming defence and vice versa. Well, that's the way I see it anyway. And do you know what? I am sick to death of all the sadness in this club now. We've had a lot of tragedy over the past few months, right? We lifted a cup, but we lost a captain. I lost my best mate. And do you know what? I miss him. I miss him dearly, and so does this team. I'm doing something that every lad in this country only dreams of doing. And yet, when I get up in the mornings, I can't bear the thought of coming to work. And do you know why? Because I can't stand the stress and the fighting anymore. I want to stop hating now. It's time for us to help each other, not to tear each other apart. Okay?
Oh dear, this is very nice and cosy. Now, would someone mind telling me what the hell is going on here? You left me on my own at the club to sort everything out myself. Now, I don't expect my MD to do a disappearing act, especially when the club's had a nightmare day like today.
JJ, it is my fault. I needed the company. I've been frightened ever since D.I. Dawson said I was a professional hitman. It's been worse today being a match day.
I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry, kiss. Oh, for crying out loud, why do I pay these people? There's no ice, my darling. Would you be a poppet and nip out and get some? Thank you. Now, exactly what have you been up to, apart from worrying and upsetting my wife?
I resent that. You heard her. She called me.
What have you told her?
Well, I haven't mentioned the bank, if that's what you're worried about. But maybe you should tell your wife that she could be about to lose this lap of luxury that she's so used to.
No, it's not going to come to that. Now, I suggest you keep your sweet little mouth shut. Darling, you're so kind. Thank you.
Well, I did have plenty to say, but I think you said most of them, Billy. So, over to you, boss.
Thank you, Ray. I gave up a move to Real Madrid for this team. Can anyone else here say he made such a sacrifice? And the reason that I did this is because I believe in this team. Together, we can achieve great things, but apart, we are nothing. We can turn a small city club into a big, successful team. But we must be ready for our moment. And anyone who does not want that moment can leave now. Good. Now, we let go of our bitterness towards each other. Everything that we say today is in here. And now, we let go of it. All gone. Starting from tomorrow, we will live only in the solution and not the problem. Yes?
Yes, boss.
Good. Thank you.
It's hysteria. Nothing else. I mean, ride it like I do. I mean, you and me, we've been through worse than this before, haven't we?
I'm promising nothing.
Well, even my own MD has joined the list of doubters about me. But at least I've got my beautiful wife on my side, haven't I? Hmm? Hmm? Sweetheart, I need you by my side more than ever before. I need you to come to Rangers with me. We mustn't let the police and the press see that this whole thing is getting to us. I mean, at least you and I must remain united. At least that. I mean, what more can a man ask of his wife?
Well done today, mate. On and off the pitch.
Oh, nice one, mate.
Nah, really, Billy. You brought the team back together.
Well, we'll see, eh? I mean, fine words are great, but unless Ray and the gaffer do something practical about the squabbling and all that, then this team's going nowhere but down, believe me.
Yeah. What do you think they should do?
Well, anything. I mean, as long as we've got some leadership, do you know what I mean? Michael, he can't act it. And you know what Scott's like, he's full of himself, isn't he? Do you know what? I really wish that John Black was here. He'd have knocked a few heads together, believe me. Yeah. That's what we need, someone like John Black.
So what are you going to do?
About what?
You know as well as I do. Scott and Michael. That dressing room isn't big enough for the both of them the way things are at the minute.
What are you suggesting?
You know very well what I'm suggesting. One of them's got to go. He's got a decision to make. I know it's not going to be easy, Lou. It's got to be done. It's got to be done quickly.
Come down, that's what I'm doing. Oh, that is a nice motor, mate. Must be someone's birthday.
He's a lucky boy, whoever he is, bruv, I'll tell you that.
Here he is, boys.
So what's all this about then?
Like it?
Yeah, of course. Why?
Well, you said you'd sign with me if I got you a sponsored car. There she is.
Soft job.
Oh, Eddie.
Yeah.
I'll get you a pen in a minute. Right, boys. Pictures first, interviews after, yeah? Eddie, how about sitting on the bonnet?
You all right with this so close to a major game? I give my permission to Anne for 15 minutes before the team meeting. She think it will boost Eddie, and we need that.
Smart cookie, that one. And what about your other decision?
I have made it.
Good.
I think if the press are busy with Eddie, then maybe they will not make too much trouble before the match.
What are you going to do?
Out here. Then maybe he will not make a scene and upset the other players.
See, that kind of thinking's the difference between a manager and a coach.
There is my...
Hey, chaps, everyone happy? We all got what we want?
Yeah.
Well, how about a few shots of Eddie in the car, yeah?
Salut, Ray.
Come on, you can do better than that.
So, great to see you. Kitty's here as well. She's been knocked out to see you. How are you keeping?
Michael, what's wrong?
What's wrong? That circus over there is what's wrong.
What?
We've got a big game in a few hours and you pull some stunt like that.
I cleared it with Louise. He gave it the go-ahead.
Well, I'm just the captain. What do I know?
Hey, come get some photos.
Michael!
Scott, I need a word.
What's this about then?
I decided to make some changes tonight.
Oh, good. I'm glad you heard what I had to say after the Villa game.
Yes, I heard it. And I think we will start the game with you on the bench.
Watch.
I think it will be better for the balance of the team.
How does it improve the team by taking off its best player? You want to tell me that?
This is a squad. Maybe I will use you in the game. I will explain more in the team meeting.
Oh, the team meeting? Yeah, well, include me out, yeah? Scott? Luis? Who's here?
Didier.
Luis, how are you?
Have better times, Sorry, Didier, I'm a little bit busy.
Of course. Listen, I see you more after the game, yeah? Good luck. Bonne chance.
Where you going? He's only put me on a bench with you stiffs, hasn't he? No offence, mate.
He's done what?
He's dropped me from the team, that's why I'm leaving.
Yeah, but the team might need you to come on.
Scott, I couldn't help noticing that you and Lewis were in conversation. You don't seem that happy. Is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, plenty, mate. In a minute, yeah?
Okay.
Listen, even if you do decide to go home, you're still going to miss out on your appearance fee if he does bring you on.
That's only $1,000, isn't it?
And, listen, if you start mouthing off on the radio, he's going to fine you 2 weeks' money. You're going to be 20 grand down, all for the sake of 5 minutes of madness. Scott, man, you could get 5 figures from any one of the Sunday papers, man, for this story. Don't waste it on a local radio station, bruv.
Wes, I need a word. I want to tell you now that you will be on the bench tonight.
That's all right, Gaffer.
I want to try something different.
That's all right, Gaffer.
But you will be on the bench.
It's all right, Gaffer.
Right. Okay, good. I will see you in the team meeting.
You all right, mate?
Yeah, sure.
Mate, you'll get on, you know. I've got a feeling here. I promise you, when you do get on, that you're going to go for it this time, yeah? Run. Like we do the sprints and training and that, yeah? Run like you've got this red, hot poker stuck right... You know, and then you just look up and you'll see me and bish, bosh, bash, perfect.
You reckon?
Yeah, like this, watch. Kingsley to O'Neill. O'Neill's on the ball, what can he do? Can he score? Yes! He can!
As soon as the Dream Inc. guys arrive, I want you to give them the red carpet treatment, okay? There'll be champagne in the box, and I want you to stay with them every moment of the day. Apart from that, all we can do is pray for a win.
Scott, we understand that Luis is going to make some changes tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Well, Bob, you naughty boy, you know I can't give away any tactics, but, yeah, Luis, who have a Glasgow kiss or two in reserve for our Scottish friends.
And we understand one of them's going to be you. You're starting tonight's game on the bench, aren't you?
Yes, I am, but, you know, Luis knows he can count on me to support his decision, and I'll give 100% if I'm lucky enough to get on.
So they can win this one without you?
Well, we'll see. No one's saying I ain't going to get a game, are they? Say hello to the missus.
Lucas on the bench, how are we supposed to win like that? What's Rodriguez trying to do, ruin me?
And do you think Michael can handle Wallace okay? He's got to stick tight. Give him half a yard round the box, he's Semtex.
What the hell is going on?
We are trying to work out a way to beat the Rangers, Mr. Chairman.
And that includes dropping Scott Lucas, does it?
Mr. Chairman, it's okay, Ray, I can handle this. As the manager, I must have the freedom to make the decisions about the team.
Well, as the owner, I have the right to check on my investment. There are millions of pounds riding on this game. Millions! You have absolutely no idea what would happen if we lost.
Mr. Chairman, we've got a game plan. You think we can beat Rangers?
Well, I hope you know what you're doing. I'm going home now to fetch my wife. And when we return, I want to see Harchester United marching through Europe with or without Scott Lucas. Do you understand me?
Hello.
Mr. Yashimoto, good evening. Welcome to Harchester United.
Hello.
Can I offer you both a drink?
Will Mr. Block be joining us?
Oh, yes, of course. He and Mrs. Block will be arriving shortly. In the meantime, if there's anything you both need, just ask Angela.
Darling, I'm home. Oh, there you are. You look gorgeous. Right. Let's go and watch these Scottish invaders sent back over Hadrian's Wall, shall we?
JJ.
Yeah, I am worried about things tonight, though. You know what Rodriguez has gone down, haven't you? He's only dropped Scott Lucas from the squad.
JJ, please.
If we lose tonight, there's going to be hell to pay. And I, for one, am not going to be the one who pays it. What's the matter?
I can't do this, JJ.
Do what?
I can't go to the match with you.
Oh, come on, sweetheart. Please. I mean, you know how serious this is. I've got Mr. Yashimoto and the Dream Inc. people coming. We've got to show them that Harchester United is, well, it's business as usual, and I can't do that without you by my side.
Yeah, but it's the noise, it's the crowd. Being enclosed in the stadium, JJ, it just scares me.
Come here. You came to Glasgow, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was before I heard what D.I. Dawson had to say. I can't risk it, Jerry. I can't go to another football match, not when there might be another contract out of my life.
Okay, we will play with 4 across the back and 5 in midfield to keep it tight at first. We will surprise them, I think.
Now we're going to get the 2 goals we need.
When we have the ball, I want the 2 wide midfielders to push forward quickly to support me. That is Billy on the right, yes?
Yeah.
And Eddie, I'm looking to you on the left.
No probs, boss.
And if we need some options, we have Wes and Scott on the bench.
Now look, I know we're the home side and we're chasing the game, but European football is all about patience, even in your own stadium.
Yeah, but won't the fans be expecting us to go for it?
Yeah, and so will Rangers. They'll be looking to relax. And we let them attack us. We steal the ball in front of their back 4. Andy Linger, yeah? Once we've won the ball, we attack the spaces. We hit them on the break. We knock the ball into Luis, who scores a goal. Simple. But the most important thing about tonight, I don't want any egos, I don't want any heroes out there. We move forward together, we defend together, we move as one. And above all, we respect each other, yeah?
Yeah, respect! Let's go out there! Let's do this time, yeah! Come on, boys! I'm playing now!
If you'd like to take your seats, gentlemen, we've got a few minutes to go.
Where is Mr. Block?
Oh, he'll be along shortly. Enjoy the match. Mr. Baptiste, hello. I must say we're very honoured to have a World Cup winner with us.
Thank you.
Oh, Marilyn Harwood, Managing Director.
Enchanté, Miss Harwood.
Mr. Baptiste, I was wondering if I could ask you a favour.
Yes?
It's just the sponsors were very excited to see you here and, well, they'd love to meet you. So, if you wouldn't mind, they're just through there.
No problem, Miss Harwood.
Hi. Hi, I'm Anne. Hi, Michael Dillon's partner. You must be Kitty.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Isn't that Didier Baptiste?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Oh, he's a friend of Brian Louis from Monaco. Right. Just a social visit.
I don't know.
And an expectant atmosphere for the latest chapter in Harchester United's UEFA Cup campaign. Rangers are in town.
Introduce us. Didier, this is Anne, Michael Dillon's wife.
Enchanté, mademoiselle.
Le plaisir est de moi.
Et j'espère que vous gagnez le match ce soir.
Merci. Vous passez quelques jours avec Louis Serret, je crois.
C'est vrai. You know, I must try and speak English because it's good for my words.
Why is that?
Because you don't tell anyone. But maybe I come to England to play football.
Really?
Yes.
Where would that be exactly?
No, there's a big club in England who's managed by a Frenchman.
London or Merseyside?
Yes, the game is about to begin.
Well, it's Harchester United to get this UEFA Cup tie underway. 1-0 down from the first leg a fortnight ago in Glasgow. It's O'Neill now for Harchester United, and a foul on Rodriguez in the opening few seconds. It's so important for Harchester not to concede an early goal in this second leg and give themselves a chance of getting back into the game. Linger with the free kick. And it's headed out by Vidmar. And an early corner kick now to Harchester United. Terrific atmosphere inside this stadium. Dick Advocaat urging his side not to concede this early goal. Linger with a corner. He's going to bend his right boot around the ball. Rodriguez! And Rangers clear.
I understand that, but they've been asking where you are for 2 hours. Yeah, well, I can't fob them off anymore. But this is too important, Jerry.
Yes, I understand that. Just keep them happy, will you? That's what I pay you for. Good, I'll be there as soon as possible, yes. Goodbye. Sweetheart, look, we really ought to be going, you know. I'll get your coat.
No.
Darling, this behavior really is very silly, you know. You have my word for it. You're not in any danger because no one is going to shoot you. I'll get your coat.
JJ, stop treating me like a child.
Then just stop behaving like a child, my darling. Where are you going now?
Take your pills, Linda. Go to bed. Have a rest, Linda. That's all you've let me do for the past 2 months. I guess that's all I'm good for these days.
Oh.
As Rangers press now with a quarter of an hour played. Kanchelskis. It's taken a deflection. Johansson. Great save there by Hodgson. Bit of a let-off for Harchester. And here come Rangers again. Albets. Amarusa. They're camped inside the Harchester half. And once again, Harchester are stretched. Wallace comes in and taken by Hodgson.
That was closer.
Yeah. I suppose it must be Arsenal, what with Wenger having been at Monaco.
You know, I was always more friendly with Manu Petit.
Still 0-0. Hello there. Hi, you all right? Good to see you. Hello. I'm looking for Jerry Block. He arranged to meet me. I was sure I can find him up here.
Oh, well, I've just spoken to him. He's going to be delayed, but he's on his way.
Oh, man.
5 minutes to half-time, 0-0, but Rangers leading 1-0 on aggregate. And there's a foul by Amoruso and a free kick to Harchester now. Linger to take this free kick. Bent in towards Rodriguez! It's there! Harchester are level! And it's the player-manager, Luis Amor Rodriguez, who brings Harchester level on aggregate. What a goal! Dick Advocaat can hardly believe it.
Yes! Yes! He's done it! Rodriguez has done it! Linda! Come on, enough is enough. Look, if we go now, we can make the second half.
We're in stoppage time at the end of the first half. In fact, there's the whistle. And Harchester have done everything that anyone could have expected of them. Luis Amor Rodriguez has got that all-important goal, but each player to a man is a hero. They found that equalising goal. It's 1-0 to Harchester at half-time, 1-1 on aggregate, and what an exciting second half we have in prospect.
No, come on, Jerry. You don't have to apologise to me. I've spoken to your sponsors. I mean, we would like to see you. Yes, but I'll entertain you. You just leave it to me, my friend. All right. Of course. No, I am being extremely well looked after. What? Listen, don't you worry.
See what we can Yes, fantastic, guys! That is the stuff, eh?
You've done a great job. Answer, move the ball quicker.
Right, lads. These are sugar lumps. We might have to play extra time tonight. So I'll give you the extra boost of energy, okay? I want you to stick them under your tongues and let them dissolve. That way you have to shut up for 5 minutes and me and the gaffer can be heard.
So you know I'm thoroughbred, yeah? But this is ridiculous.
Luis, you want to take the floor?
No, you're doing good, right? You carry.
Right, lads, we've stuck to the game plan. So far, it's working well. Concentrate. Don't concede. But if we do, keep your heads up. We've got options on the bench.
Thanks, my love. Anyway.
If you come to England, why not to Harchester? You could work with Ray and Louise. I thought this was supposed to be Ray's last match.
Oh, I forgot how happy football makes him. It's so wonderful to see. It wasn't like this at Monaco when he was there.
Don't remind me.
You'd actually let him stay on? I mean, what about the farm, your baby?
Another month, I will manage. My husband's happiness, that is what matters.
I've just spoken with your man.
Pardon?
Jerry is at home with his good lady wife.
Yes, I know that.
You're Marlon Harwood, his new chief exec. I've seen your picture in the papers. Anyway, don't you worry. Jerry's asked me to look after his guests. They'll be fine with me.
I'm sorry, I've not had the pleasure.
Oh, Gordon Gallagher. You've obviously not been in the game long, love, eh?
Pleased to meet you.
Harchester lead 1-0 on the night. It's 1-1 on aggregate. Rangers to get the second half underway. But you get the feeling whoever scores the next goal will go through.
You're still here, then? I thought you might have gone to the game.
Come to the game? You know, sometimes I worry about you.
Oh, I know, I've been silly, I'm sorry. But I don't want you to miss it, not just for me.
Well, there's still time, my darling. I mean, we could get there before the end. Why don't we both go?
Oh, no, JJ, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed.
Right.
Van Bronckhorst. Rangers pressing for a vital away goal now. Johansson. And he's ridden the initial challenge. Amato's waiting in the middle. Amato! Hodgson gets his hand to the ball. It's a corner. And the referee says goal kick.
Hi, Mum, it's me. No, I've just got a bit of a cold, that's all. Mum, I'm frightened. I miss you so much.
Good spell this for Rangers. Perini now. Wallace calling for the ball. And that's a hefty challenge by Michael Dillon, who protests his innocence, but there's going to be a free kick now to Rangers. In a position of some danger to Harchester. There's Ray White, the coach, screaming to his Harchester players to stay vigilant here. Rangers prepared to take this free kick. It's 1-1 on aggregate, remember. Albert stands over the ball. It's Kanchelskis. That's taken a deflection and gone just wide. So what can Harchester do now to keep Rangers out? Dick Advocaat urges his side to press forward. Van Bronckhorst. Oh, Hodgson spilled it. More! It's a goal! A vital away goal for Rangers. That could be the goal to take Rangers through to round 3 of the UEFA Cup.
What's Hodgson playing at? He couldn't catch a cold.
So you want me to warm up then?
Yeah, go on. Wes, get warmed up.
And Harchester might have to make a substitution. Would it be Lucas or Kingsley to come on?
Darling, I've decided to go. Do you mind?
No, of course not.
So are you on the phone? I mean, you're not planning anything, are you? I mean, you will be here when I get back, yeah?
Yeah, of course I will, JJ. Enjoy the match.
I will, thanks. Well, what's left of it.
Rangers have been superb in this second half, and here they come again. Amoruso, and a hefty challenge by Coulson, and more pressure on the Harchester defence.
Right, that's it. Get strips on your own. Not you, Wes. Come on, son, get strips. Number 19.
And there's activity on the Harchester United bench. They're going to make a substitution now. My goodness, they need it. And it's number 19. It's Wes Kingsley coming on, replacing Eddie Moliano. What a surprise this is. What a gamble by Harchester United.
A chance to catch the coptastically brilliant new series Special Victims Unit tonight at 9. In the meantime, here on Sky One, Mega Babies deliver their unique brand of upchuck next.